Greetings, my name is no longer Precious Mosehla, student number 2210666578. I did my teaching practice at Zipateli High School. The school is located in Claremont. It falls under Pinetown District Municipality. The school is not well resourced. It has shortage of resources such as textbooks, classes. It has no library, nor a ground for learners to play. The school is facing a challenge of overcrowding. As a result, not all learners get attention from the educator, and that hinders the effective delivery of content. Since the school is located in a township, bullying and consuming of toxic substance is normal, and I, as a student teacher, had to adapt to that. The topic of the day is how I will teach EDss history in the school and accommodate all learners, making sure that they all make progress. I believe that for a teacher to effectively teach a subject, they have to know what that subject is, the subject's aims, and the different learners that they might encounter in their classroom. According to CAPS, history is the study of change and development over time. It allows people to understand and evaluate how past human activities have an impact on the present and how they might affect the future. Since South Africa is a diverse country, you'd find variety of learners in one classroom, and all those learners, they come from different backgrounds and their cognitive levels are different. In a single classroom, you'd have a combination of visual learners, auditory learners, kinesthetic learners, and writing or reading learners. And therefore, as a teacher, you have to come up with method and strategies that you will use to teach a subject, history, that will accommodate all the learners in the classroom. I taught grade 9. The number of learners in my classroom was 75. The topic that I was teaching is the turning point in South African history since 1948, focusing on racism and apartheid. There are two methods that I used to teach history effectively in the classroom, which are the collaborative method and the learner-centered method. According to Law 2012, collaborative method, it is when two or more people are working together and when they are learning something. The reason why I chose this method, or I used this method, it was because it enabled learners to work together. It enabled them to discuss. It enabled them to show their views about a topic that was given to them at that certain time. And through those discussions, I believe that when people of the same age work together, it helps them to understand the concept easy because their cognitive ability is on the same level. Learner-centered approach, it is the approach that allows learners to drive their teaching. Learners are the ones that drive their teaching. They're always involved in each and every step of teaching and learning in their classroom. What I did was that I only gave my learners the concept of apartheid, and then I gave them space to brainstorm and tell me as a teacher on what was happening in apartheid. Then what I did was to take their ideas, to take their predictions, and we work on them. However, the two mentioned methods cannot work alone. They need strategies to support them. As I've mentioned that the school is under-resourced, I would use charts or pictures to help explain better what I am teaching if I'm teaching history. This strategy will benefit all the learners in my classroom since they will be seeing what I as a teacher is explaining, and it will not be easy for them to forget the concept. And most importantly, this strategy will help to benefit the visual learners. When I'm talking about visual learners, I'm talking about those learners who learn best through visual presentation or visual charts. Secondly, I will thoroughly explain every historical concept that we are covering in a classroom. I will give learners depth information so that they can have more than enough information about the topic. While I am teaching, I will also telling stories, because at the end of the day, history is all about what happened in the past. Therefore, I have to tell stories related to the topic. For example, when I taught apartheid, I told my learners stories that were relevant to the topic, so that they can have a picture of what was happening back in those apartheid era times. Again, this strategy will benefit all my learners in the classroom, but then most importantly, it will benefit the auditory learners, those who learn best through listening. Again, demonstration and discussion will be used in each and every lesson that I use. Through demonstration, the teacher will be enabling those kinesthetic learners, those who learn through hand-in-hand activities, to understand what I'm talking about. Then through discussion, since those learners will be engaging, sharing ideas and writing down what they have to present, this method will help or benefit those writing or reading learners. Moreover, I would code switch. Code switching is alternating between two languages. As I mentioned, that the school that I did my teaching practice is located in a township. Therefore, it is less likely that each and every learner uses English as maybe an alternative language at home. Most of them, they use their home language, which is isiZulu. So as a teacher, I would code switch important concepts that the learners have to remember, to show emphasis on how important it is. Because I believe that if you are told something using your first language, your mother tongue, it will be difficult it will not be easy for you to forget that, because it was told, or you were told that specific concept using your mother tongue. As I read up, there are two things that I will do to make sure or to check if my learners are making progress, which is giving them continuous assessment. When I'm talking about continuous assessment, I'm including my homeworks, extended research for them to go and do those group discussion and all those things that they will need to enhance their understanding on the topic. And most importantly, as a teacher, I will frequently give them feedback, since it is what will motivate them to do or to enjoy doing their history. I believe that the above mentioned pedagogies and strategies can help one to teach history effectively.